The 8th seeded Miami Heat have officially defeated the 1st seeded Milwaukee Bucks in 5 games. One of the wildest first rounds we've ever seen, one of the best playoff performances we've also ever seen by an individual player, talking about, of course, playoff Jimmy Butler. I apologize if y'all hear like rain and thunder in the background. I'm gonna try and, edit that out a little bit if I can, but it is pretty loud right now. But the Milwaukee Bucks become the 6th number 1 seed ever to get eliminated in the first round by the 8th seed. Like, this is an all-time collapse. I know the Bucks were missing Giannis for a decent amount of time in this series, but even when they were having him in game 1, they were still down when he was playing, and even the game he did come back, they lost when Jimmy Butler dropped 50 something, and this game Giannis was fully healthy, they still lost. What an absolute embarrassment for the Milwaukee Bucks and every Milwaukee Bucks fan out there. This is an all-time low, probably the most embarrassing and worst loss in the Giannis era of the Milwaukee Bucks. And Giannis himself had a pretty decent game, but the fact that he missed 15 free throws or something like that, absolute awful free throw shooting. Like, he had 30 something in this game. He could almost had 50 if he made his free throws, and they most definitely would have won if he made his free throws. But the Miami Heat win this game in Milwaukee, absolute quieting the crowd, led by Jimmy Butler's impeccable performance. This man went from 56 last game to dropping 42 this game, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. Jimmy Butler, and also an insane game-tying shot with 2 seconds left. An incredible drawn-up play by Eric Spoelstra. Incredible play. Jimmy Butler executes it to perfection and hits the game-tying alley-oop layup off the inbound pass to send the game to overtime. And the Milwaukee Bucks, this is my biggest issue with the game. Well, for one, Giannis's free throws was awful. If he made those free throws, they would have won. But also, Coach Bud had 2 opportunities this game to call a timeout, draw something up, calm the team down, and send the guys out there with a decently drawn up play. And in regulation specifically, the Milwaukee Bucks had 0.5 seconds left. That's not much time, but they still had a timeout. And what did the Milwaukee Bucks do? They just inbound the ball like regular and take a Giannis half-court shot that I don't even think would have counted if it went in. Coach Bud might be out of the Bucks coaching staff after this game. Nick Nurse might be getting some phone calls coming up soon, but in overtime, the offense of the Milwaukee Bucks just looked so bad. Like, it was just a whole lot of very bad Giannis post-ups that weren't going anywhere, and Chris Middleton hardly had the ball, and when Giannis had it, he was getting fouled, and with his bad free throw shooting, he wasn't knocking half of those down. It was just so bad. And you have Chris Middleton on your team to close out games like this. He's been very clutch throughout his whole career. He can make free throws. He has a way bigger, bag if you want to say, he can get his own shot off. Unlike Giannis, who's more driving into you, dunks on you, posts up a little bit. Chris Middleton is more like an ISO type of player. You can rely on him more to get a bucket when you need him to. And they hardly went to him. And Giannis, of course, is the best player in the world, arguably. But these are not the times you go to him, especially when he's shooting the ball horribly from the free throw line. So their offense was very dysfunctional, and I want to give a lot of credit to the Miami Heat's defense. Their defense was arguably perfect down the stretch of this game. I'm not even trying to over exaggerate or overhype it. Their defense was probably perfect this game. Towards the end, they were playing incredible defense, forcing Giannis and everyone else into very, very difficult shots. But the Bucks had so many chances. The Bucks did not deserve to win this game. It was not like the Bucks were battling real hard. They were playing good, but he just played better. The Bucks didn't deserve to win this game. They played a really bad game, and in overtime, they had chances, but Giannis fouled, who was it, Max Strus, Caleb Martin, Gabe Vincent. He found someone on a very deep 3. He did not give him landing space. I don't personally like the foul because he didn't make direct contact with him, but to be fair, he didn't give him landing space. I'm a Spurs fan. I know what happened to Kawhi in 2017, so I'm all for the rule. But Giannis gives him three free throws. He knocks them all down, makes the lead harder and harder for the Bucks to come back on. And the last play for the Milwaukee Bucks, for one, wasn't drawn up by Coach Bud. He refused to call a timeout again when he had 2 timeouts this time in overtime. He basically just saw his team scrambling, trying to find something to work, and he basically said, I'll just watch from the sideline. I'm not going to coach them. I'll just watch them struggle to even score a bucket in overtime. So their last play, they're dribbling up. I believe it was 8 seconds left, 7 seconds left. It was very low amount of time left. They were down 2 or down 1, one of the two. I don't know. I don't remember the exact score. but Giannis is dribbling up, he falls down, but he throws it to Chris Middleton or Drew Holiday or someone. They're passing the ball, they don't know what the heck they're doing. Coach Bud is still not calling a timeout. Grayson Allen has the ball with the closing seconds left. The season's on the line. What does he do? He drives in, has a wide open mid-range opportunity, doesn't take it, drives into the defense, does a Euro step, clock runs out, they don't even get a shot off, their season's over, they lose to the 8th seed. Miami Heat takes the W, moves on to the second round because Coach Bud coached an awful game, and Grayson Allen had the ball with the closing seconds of the season on the line. Grayson Allen had the ball, that's why they lost. Absolute collapse of a series, absolute collapse of a game. They were up big in this game as well in the fourth quarter. Jimmy Butler, of course, played amazing. As I said, dropping 42, bringing him back once again in the fourth quarter. I think it's time where we actually look into if Jimmy Butler's Michael Jordan's son, because it's genuinely looking like that might be the case. And to read out Jimmy Butler's stats in this series, dropping 35, 11 assists, 5 rebounds, 3 steals. Next game, dropping 25 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, 2 steals. All of this on great efficiency, by the way. Next game, 30 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds, 2 steals. Next game, of course, the 56 bomb, 2 assists, 9 rebounds. The final game, this game that just happened, 42 points, 4 assists, 8 rebounds. Absolute incredible stats. All of that was on great efficiency as well. His series stats was 37 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 60% from the field, and 44% from the three-point line. Those were his series averages versus the Bucks. Absolute impeccable play from Jimmy Butler. Easily, I said it in my last video, he might be the best player in the playoffs right now. No. He is the best player in the playoffs. Playoff Jimmy is here, and it is without a doubt a real thing. The Miami Heat also in this series as a team shot 63 true shooting percentage as a team. That is incredible efficiency. Bam Adebayo didn't even have that good of a series. Tyler Hero was out since game 1. They were short-handed for sure. They did not have everyone playing top-tier basketball, but as a team they still were very efficient. And the Miami Heat were the 27th best three-point shooting team in the league percentage-wise, only shooting 34% in the regular season. Come playoff time, they turned it up from the three-point line, shooting 45% and have the best three-point percentage in the entire playoffs. And Duncan Robinson, oh my gosh, shooting 92.7% true shooting percentage in this series, turned it up, like was the man that really, Jimmy Butler was carrying the load offensively, but at times when they did need someone else to step it up, Duncan Robinson actually did do that for them. Now for the Milwaukee Bucks, is this like a point in time where they need to trade Chris Middleton, trade Drew Holiday, trade Brook Lopez? No. We're not going to overreact here and say the Milwaukee Bucks need to go rebuild or something. This team still played an incredible regular season, and this team is most definitely championship capable, but the playoffs, just very unfortunate events happen. They choked. We're not going to, sugarcoat anything. They choked in this playoffs. They did not play a good series. Come next year, maybe they'll have a new coach. Budenholzer might be gone. That might be the only thing that might change about this team. Of course, some role players might go and come over here as well. But, this team is still very good. Brook Lopez is still amazing. Giannis is still amazing. Drew Holiday is still amazing. Chris Middleton, next year, hopefully in the regular season, he steps it up more now that he's going to have a full healthy offseason. But this is not a point in time where you need to overreact or anything. These players are still incredible, still an incredible team. Just come next year. Hopefully they don't have, Michael Jordan 2.0 going against him in the first round. On to the other games that happened today. The Lakers lost in Game 5 versus the Grizzlies, where they got pretty much blown out through this game. Anthony Davis had a pretty good game, but LeBron, I'm going to be honest, LeBron did not have a good game at all. The Grizzlies win in pretty dominant fashion, now going to LA to try and extend the series even more in Game 6. I don't know, the Lakers have not lost in this series at home yet. I feel like LeBron is turning up this game, I'm not gonna lie. They might have been tired because the last game went to overtime and everything. These old dudes over there are pretty, gassed at this point. So I don't know if that affected this game completely, but hopefully for this next game for LA at least, they come out in guns blazing because they need to win this game. They cannot afford to go to Game 7 in Memphis. And Desmond Bane played incredible this game, played incredible last game. Desmond Bane has been a real difference maker for the Memphis Grizzlies, and if he can keep it up for Game 6, I don't know, this Grizzlies team really does have a chance to come back down 3-1. Like, this team playing really good basketball right now. One thing I have to say about the NBA though, as I'm talking about this, we should not have 4 games in one day, especially those 4 games being the best series in the league right now in the first round, with the Warriors, Kings, Lakers, Grizzlies, Cavs, Knicks, and the Heat, Bucks all in one day. Like at least 2 or 3, maybe 3 is stretching it, but 2, please, just keep it at 2 games a day on a weekday where we can just watch 2 games on national TV, not have to have multiple devices going on at once. I'll miss a play here and the play happens there. I have to look at 2 screens, my eyes are cross-eyed. Like I don't want to do all that when watching NBA basketball in the playoffs. I want to have 2 games on a weekday, just chill, relax, have 1 screen to look at. But the NBA wants to have 4 games at once. I don't know. I do not like that at all. I don't know if y'all like that. I don't know who in the world likes that, but I just don't like it personally. But the other game was the Warriors Kings. The Warriors take a huge one in Sacramento after being horrible on the road all season. They finally win a road game and now have a chance to close out the series in Game 6 in Golden State. That is going to be a huge game for the Warriors. And Steph Curry hitting the clutch layup this game and one, I believe it was, that really, sealed the deal for the Warriors this game. Draymond Green played a great game off the bench. And for the Warriors, they have to win this Game 6. They cannot go back to Sacramento for Game 7. That is setting them up for a loss completely. And with De'Aaron Fox at that point probably being more healthy, that is going to be a bad scenario for the Warriors. But as of right now, it is looking up for the Golden State Warriors though, going to Game 6, going to San Francisco to hopefully finish out the series for, the Warriors fans. And also the New York Knicks gentlemen sweep the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cleveland Cavaliers were one of the better teams in the regular season, but the New York Knicks were also, and they completely dominated this series. The Cleveland Cavaliers had some pretty good moments and had some pretty close games at times, but the New York Knicks were in complete control most of the time, and Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle, Obi Toppin, Quinn Grimes, Mitchell Robinson had a great series. Like this Josh Hart, I almost forgot Josh Hart. Josh Hart's played impeccable. This New York Knicks team is really, really good. And Eastern Conference Finals, you never know. Miami Heat are right there though. They got to face the Miami Heat in the second round. New York Knicks, Miami Heat, gonna start Sunday. Gonna be an incredible series. A lot of defense being played in that one. But New York Knicks, they might make that Eastern Conference Finals, which would be very fun. First playoff series win in a very long time. I forgot what the year exactly was, but it's been a very long time since they last won a playoff series. And Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle and everyone really, really making New York proud right now. And for the Cleveland Cavaliers, very disappointing ending of this series, I'm not gonna lie. I was expecting this series to go to Game 7 or something, Game 6 at least, and they gentlemen sweep them. Very disappointing. Evan Mobley, Jared Allen really didn't play that huge of a part in this series. Donovan Mitchell didn't even have that great of a series like I expected. Darius Garland had his flashes for sure. I really liked how he played in a couple of games, but this team just needs to play more consistent, better offense, better rebound the ball better, which is crazy to say with Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. And their defense just didn't look like how it looked in the regular season at times. Like the New York Knicks defense was incredible. It looked like how it played in the regular season, how they played in the regular season, and better. But the Cavs just very disappointed to see this ending of the series for them and ending of the season. But hopefully next year, this was their first year together. Hopefully next year, develop Evan Mobley more, Donovan Mitchell gets more comfortable with the team and everything. Darius Garland develops more. This team is still very young. Isaac Okoro and everything, very young team still. Hopefully, they'll get it together next year. But for the New York Knicks, this is a fun season for them. But anyways, I'm recording this video very, very late. I hate these games that are ending at almost midnight, and for the East Coast, oh my gosh, that's almost ending at 1 p.m. or 1 a.m. I don't know how y'all are up watching these games. It's almost midnight for me when these games are ending, and it's a tough watch. I'm falling asleep at times. But luckily we got through it. 4 games on one day, ending almost at midnight. And if you enjoyed these games, and if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button down below, subscribe button, notification bell, so you can be notified as soon as I upload. And if you agree with what I'm saying, or you disagree, or you're on the fence with what I'm saying, put it down in the comments below. Let's have a conversation about it. Be respectful, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace out.